You know, when the great Jonathan Frid, my fellow Canadian, passed away 10 years ago in his hometown of Hamilton, Ontario, he left to mourn hundreds of millions of fans across the globe that not only loved him for his performance as Barnabas in Dark Shadows, an iconic role that probably changed the way we look at episodic television on all factors, especially what we call the suds or soap opera. His work on the stage and his work to promote what I call thespianism, the love of the boards, the love of the stage, has inspired and led to literally tens of thousands of actors across the globe. If you want to study a stage actor or an actor with poise and prestige and talent, you would do much to look at Jonathan Frid's many roles over the years, from a young actor to his later work after Dark Shadows, which is late 60s, early 70s. But I think the biggest strangeness of Frid's career has occurred over the last 10 years. Now, since his death in 2012, there's been ample opportunity for Canada's Walk of Fame to put Frid into his prestigious ranks. There's people in the Walk of Fame, obviously, that's well deserving, but to have him not there, where a lot of the actors and performers there, he paved the road for many of these performers from Canada International Stage. It's kind of a shame. So we're going to go over a little bit of resume, and at the end of the podcast, for those listening to it, I'm going to give you details on how you connect. You can connect to and contact to Canada's Walk of Fame. Now, there's been efforts by several individuals over the last while to get him in. Unfortunately, nothing so far. But I want to throw out. I don't even know resume is the right word, but a little background as to his career. Now, this appeared on imdb.com, and I think it really reflects the diversity of what he did. Now, born John Herbert Frid in Hamilton on April 14th, my apologies, born on December 2nd, 1924, in the great Ontario community of Hamilton. His career in drama began when he was first offered his soul to the theatre as a young boy at a prep school in Ontario. Following his graduation from McMaster Great University, he attended the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts, or RADA, in the UK, and later earned a master's degree in directing from the Yale School of Drama. Now, he was a leading actor in English and Canadian repertory and went on to work in many of the most celebrated regional theatres in the United States, including the Williamstown Theatre Festival, the Old Globe Theatre in San Diego, and of course the American Shakespeare Festival under the direction of the great John Houseman, the Oscar winner, performing with Katharine Hepburn in Much Ado About Nothing. Now, Frid appeared in major roles on and off Broadway in such productions as Roar Like a Dove, Murder Cathedral, and Wait Until Dark. However, it was his portrayal as a complex, conflicted vampire in ABC's TV daytime drama series, Dark Shadows. Now, he became internationally known. Now, the sensation that Johnson created, it would take a podcast of 50 hours to look at his influence, but the influence on his fellow workers, the influence he had on young people, middle-aged people, old people who sat down every afternoon in the height of Dark Shadows to be chilled, thrilled, and sometimes spilling of blood for the conflicted Barnabas character. He made the royal role in the character his own. We didn't know where Frid started and Barnabas ended. Now, he garnered his most intense fame at the time in the States, but now it's became international. Now, his other film credits included co-starring roles in The Devil's Daughter with Shelley Winters and Seizure. Now, this was actually Oliver Stone's directorial debut. Seizure has to be seen, a very interesting movie. But the Gothic aspect of Frid's character, Barnabas, will remain probably, again, one of the most important TV characters in entertainment history. Now, there's been sequels to Dark Shadows TV. There's been two big screen telefilms back in the height of Dark Shadows. Also the Johnny Depp movie, and again, comic books, novellas, novels, all kind of publicity. Now, he continued with his career in '86. He joined the Broadway production of Arsenic and Lace, Get this, co-starring one of all people, Gene Stapleton. Dynamite on both sides. He won critical acclaim for his villainous turn as a homicidal nephew and spent 10 months with the play's national tour. That same year, he founded his own production company, Clunes Associates, to create and tour a series of one-man readers theater shows across North America. Now, Frid continued to perform his one-man shows, now under the banner of Charity Associates, to raise money for a variety of causes. Now, combining the arts of his voice and his zest for entertaining, as one critic put it, in June 2000 he returned to the traditional pro stage in the play Mass Appeal at the Stirling Festival Theatre in the great community of Stirling, Ontario. Now, a very, very interesting way he looked at stuff. Now, we talked about Barnabas. He said, was the particular qualities of playing the character Barnabas Collins that I enjoyed, not simply portraying a vampire. As an actor, I have certain instincts and I put them to work. Contrasting qualities are important in any role and can be brought out even when no such qualities are indicated in a script. I think it's necessary to create a positive and negative force within a particular character. What better way to describe Barnabas? I love to totally submerge myself into a character rather than simply duplicating my own self. It was the constant changing, the opportunity of going back and forth from good to evil that was so thrilling. Now, Canada's Walk of Fame can be contacted at area code 416-367-9255. The email is contact us at Canada's Walk of Fame. That's contact us at Canada's walkoffame.com. Now, 416-367-9255. Now, there's a process, obviously, to apply like any other Walk of Fame or Hall of Fame across the world. But we see in 2022 the importance of Dark Shadows. It is watched regularly on Tubi, other platforms, on video, on demand, different things. It has a great aspect. The characters that appeared on the show, the actors and creators have gone on to great success over the years. There are too many to count just here. But Jonathan Frid was the glue that held the show together and saved it from himself when he arrived as Barnabas in the black and white episodes of Dark Shadows. We knew that something was going to happen in a positive way. Now, if you hear the background, that's someone wants to say that my cat Brenda wants Jonathan Frid to be in there. Every time she hears something of a Dark Shadow, she gets quite excited. I apologize there. This is live to tape, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. No other way to say it. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. 40 years as an entertainment reporter or in the industry. Not enough. If this was American Walk of Fame, he'd be in there. But because he's Canadian, we don't have to toot our own horn in Canada. But with Jonathan Frid, again, just like William Shatner, just like Christopher Plummer, just like all the great Stratford thespians that are many over the years, he deserves every recognition. Now, he was an international performer, of course, and a lot of the people in the Walk of Fame fit that. So if you see any person or you know of any person that can motivate the Canada's Walk of Fame to get him in, I will celebrate the day he's finally there, where a 6-year-old child who has just started to watch Dark Shadows, and she's there with her grandmother or grandfather, and they're saying, This is the guy that plays Barnabas. Can you imagine the impact that's going to have on that? You could create more young actors or new young actors and actresses to Jonathan Frid in there, because everybody will say, did you ever hear about this guy? Is Jacques Plante in the Hockey Hall of Fame? Of course. It's a given, right? Vince Lombardi's the NFL Hall of Fame, right? Obviously, Elizabeth Taylor has been recognized by many halls of fame over the years. Why not Jonathan Frid in Canada's Walk of Fame? He represents the best of Canada's Walk of Fame because he became much larger than his talent. He touched so many people in a positive way. You look at the episodes of Dark Shadows on a cold and wintry night, or with new people. It's like creeping horror, and not everybody can do that. He perfected that, ladies and gentlemen. And you know something? He wasn't the nicest looking vampire in the block, but boys, he had charisma, didn't he? And that all came from his stage work that he would talk about how working the stage is all aspects of who you are. You must put yourself in every role. And my God, every like what he called the time shifting style on the Dark Shadows. You know how it worked. He went back and forth in time. He was playing different aspects of Barnabas and different aspects of different characters, and he motivated the other people to follow that. And it's just amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, we mourn his passing. It's his 10th anniversary coming up in mid-April of his death. But Barnabas will live forever. Jonathan Frid will live forever. But it'd be nice to have just a piece of Canada besides the places he grew up and the places that he impacted, where people can go and say, listen, this guy meant something to us. And I know there's people out there who have tried, but it's never too late. Ladies and gentlemen, there's members of the Montreal Expos and Toronto Maple Leafs who waited and waited and waited to get in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Montreal Canadiens, Maple Leafs in the Hockey Hall of Fame. Jonathan Frid has waited too long. His spirit has waited too long getting the Hall of Fame. And what would he think if he was inducted in there? He said, well, I'm in good company, because you look at some of the members that are in there, from Combe Fiore and Victor Garber and Keanu Reeves of the recent ones, Michael J. Fox. Each thespians comes from a different way. But Jonathan Frid, ladies and gentlemen, when he passed 10 years ago, I don't think people really caught on worldwide what it really meant. Do you say the word cult? And I use that as a positive way. I don't think the fans of Barnabas and Dark Shadows, it's not a cult. It's a celebration of the best. Why would you look at something that's stupid and foolish? Jonathan Frid brought it. Whatever you call it, talent, charisma, whatever. And there's only been one Jonathan Frid, and there only can be one Barnabas, because he tried Barnabas with different people. It didn't work. He is the ideal. Anti-hero, we talk about that. And vampirism, or the vampire motif, a lot of it owes to Barnabas and Jonathan Frid, because how many Gothic novels did he sell that weren't Dark Shadows? It's amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, the king of the vampires, I sometimes call him, Barnabas Collins, Jonathan Frid, please get him in the Hall of Fame. And I know for a fact it wouldn't take much if a certain celebrity or group of celebrities would stand up. Some of the modern celebrities, I challenge a Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds to put their foot in and saying, let's get him in there. Anybody, any celebrity, Jim Carrey, Brendan Fraser, whoever is going to take, Howie Mandel. Let's get Jonathan Frid in there. Thanks for listening. And by the way, if you like what we're doing with our screenshots remote control, let us know with a like, comment, or subscribe. Have a good day. Bye.